Good day, everyone, and welcome to this special conversation in celebration of Public Power Week and Energy Awareness Month in October. I'm Shanell Petersen, Director of Communications for the Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority, and I'm joined today by two key leaders, Carl Knight, CEO and Executive Director at the Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority, and Kyle Fleming, Director of the Energy Office and Governing Board Member at WAPA. As we mark Public Power Week October 6th through 12th, we're going to be discussing energy efficiency opportunities as well as programs and resources available for residences and businesses here today. This is all in line with the efforts here at WAPA with our dedication to powering our islands together. Let's dive into the conversation. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
To start, could you tell us about public power and energy awareness and why it's important to Virgin Islanders?
Well, public power, we've been, it's over 1,000 public power utilities in the country. The Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority is one of those, and it's actually one of the larger ones. Puerto Rico is probably the largest of the public power utilities. And basically it means community owned. So unlike investor-owned utilities that operate for profit or part of larger corporations, our public power utilities, including the Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority, are owned by the community, in this case the people of the Virgin Islands, and we provide a service specifically for our community. The only shareholders we have are the customers that depend on us.
And as the Virgin Islands Energy Office, the Territorial Energy Office, it works well to highlight the celebration of these two events, given that we have one public power entity that we, as the Energy Office, have to consider and work along with. And I think being able to highlight the key opportunities for not just energy conservation, renewable energy, as well as transportation electrification, all key activities that the Energy Office supports on a daily basis, bringing and amplifying that message even higher during this week in conjunction with the utility, I think is a perfect collaboration.
Thank you. So during Public Power Week, one focus is on energy efficiency. Can you explain how practicing energy efficiency is important and how it's actually strengthening WAPA's ability to serve the community?
Oh, definitely. So energy efficiency, first of all, public power utilities exist to serve the needs of the community. So we serve the demands generated by the customers. The more electricity the customers need, the more we have to ramp up to meet that demand. Energy efficiency allows us to help customers reduce their demand. So if you can reduce your energy burden in your home or business, that means less requirements on the public power utility, in this case WAPA, to serve those needs. And so we encourage our customers at all times. Energy efficiency is the first line of defense. The less energy you need to use, the better it is for you, the better it is for everyone else. So we encourage our homes, our residential customers, as well as our business customers to find ways to conserve energy, cut back, reduce your energy burden, reduce your energy demand. It's good for your pocketbook, reduces your costs, but it also is good for the utility as we have to meet those needs.
Now, are there any specific programs or resources that residents and businesses can utilize to improve their energy efficiency?
Yeah, so the Energy Office currently offers a couple of programs, and then we also have a couple of programs on the forefront that are going to be unveiled in the coming months. Right now, today, one of our ongoing programs is our Weatherization Assistance Program. That's been a long-standing program that we provide free energy efficiency retrofits, specifically to low to moderate income and senior homes and actually apartments across the territory. We replace refrigerators, water heaters, even install solar hot water heaters where applicable. And as a free program, it really is trying to be able to cater to some of the underserved parts of our community that are trying to take control of their energy conservation, but may not have the means to do so. And so that's one of our active programs today. We also have our energy efficiency rebate program, which is getting ready to launch, which is open really to the entire community. Most of the community has used that in the past for energy efficiency, or energy efficient refrigerators, dishwashers, ceiling fans, lights, and really trying to bring the cost barrier to making the energy efficient choice down. We're looking to launch that program in November. A little bit further on the horizon, we have a much broader efficiency program in the form of the DOE's Homes Energy Rebate Program, which is going to be one of the first times where we actually provide rebates for the integration of heating and cooling systems, so HVAC. We know that as the territory is getting hotter, the demand for cooling is growing, but we want to make sure as people suffice their comfortability needs, they're doing that in an efficient manner as well.
So it definitely sounds like on WAPA's end, we're making small requests, asking for small steps, and then the Energy Office is also providing some resources so that customers actually have that capacity no matter their level of income. So that's great to hear. So we've definitely talked a lot on the energy side. I do want to touch a little bit on water sustainability. Can you share some tips for smart water usage and explain how that contributes to long-term benefits for the territory?
So it's no different on the water side. We ask consumers to cut back, and it's good for consumers even if you're not on the potable water system. You're probably still using a cistern pump, which is an energy consuming device. And so to the extent that you can cut back on your water usage, we encourage that. And simple things, putting faucet aerators on your faucets, buying water sense appliances like your washers and your dishwashers, making sure you have water sense shower heads. The common sense things that we learned as children, don't run the water while you're brushing your teeth or taking a shower. Shut it off until you need to rinse. Those sort of very basic tips. And again, it not only saves you money, it saves the authority from having to generate that water or power. And it's very simple measures that folks can take to help themselves.
Awesome. So WAPA has made some significant strides in green energy projects aligning with both federal and territorial goals. Can you provide an update on where we are on some of those renewable projects?
We are working very feverishly on several renewable projects. We actually have 5 power purchase agreements that we're pursuing. The first one is, the first 2 are under construction. The first one is getting ready for interconnection. We've signed an interconnection agreement for a 10 megawatt solar farm on the east end of St. Croix. We are also under construction on an 11 megawatt solar farm in the mid-island of St. Croix. We've working with a company called Advanced Power to put in some wind projects both on St. Croix and St. Thomas. We've executed power purchase agreements there as well. And so we continue to strive in that regards. But we also are facilitating, outside of the utility scale, we're facilitating residential and commercial customers through our net billing program, facilitating their ability to be connected to the grid but still generate their own energy and provide their own energy solutions. So we've been supporting that. We've also been supporting the Energy Office on their loan program and being able to finance and facilitate individuals being able to afford their own energy solutions through solar.
Fantastic. Can you talk a bit more on the loan program and the net metering?
Yeah, so actually our Solar Plus financing program is advancing to the point where we actually have 20 homes that are nearing closing on the first wave of loans. These are going to be for solar and battery systems predominantly, because as much as savings is a demand, so is resiliency, and we've made sure that we keep our programs able to cater to both appetites. And so that's a program where we're essentially providing 1% financing to eligible systems. We targeted not necessarily low income specifically, but really high energy burden. So we have got about 300 applications initially when we opened that program up for eligibility, and we ranked those that had the highest energy burden, which is the ratio of how much of your monthly income goes towards paying for your utility bill. So really the people in most need of trying to see that relief in savings were prioritized. And we're looking forward to implementing that program. It'll be demonstrating on-bill financing that was once leveraged for the solar hot water heaters, I think in early 2010, 2011. A similar mechanism where we can simplify the transaction for the customer. You're not having to manage multiple bills for repayment. You're paying for the savings on the same structure in which you're paying for your current utility costs as well. So we're really excited to finally bring that program to launch and having the first installs likely begin within a month or two.
That's great news. Now, I know we do hear a lot about the projects on the residential side, but we also know that sometimes there's a little bit of an economic demand from businesses or for businesses as they're, trying to be sustainable. Are there programs specific or grants or other resources that the Energy Office provides for businesses on the islands?
Yeah, so not directly for large commercial. Most of our programs cater to residential. We do have some business eligibility as well for like our equitable e-mobility rebate program. But really, from a business standpoint, we always like to point them in directions of other opportunities. USDA, for example, offers a lot of loan programs specifically catered to small businesses within the Virgin Islands. So we work closely with their team as people approach us to make sure that they're connected to that resource. Also, we try to make sure businesses are aware of the tax credits available. Oftentimes, some residents can leverage the tax credits, but almost all businesses are in a position to quantify or maximize and monetize the federal tax credits, which now are over 30% investment tax credit for investment in renewable energy storage. So trying to make sure that the businesses are aware, even if it's not a program that we're administering, that they're aware of the resources that are available to improve their energy position in the territory.
Well, definitely a wealth of information both for our residences and businesses here in the territory. As we wrap up, what message would you like to share with the community about their role in public power and how each individual can contribute to building a more residual and sustainable Virgin Islands?
Well, this is your public power utility. This Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority, like I said, belongs to the people of the Virgin Islands. It's ours, and so it's here to meet the demands and the needs of the community as those demands and needs change over time. So what we're finding now is that folks are in a much better position to help themselves and to meet their own energy needs and burdens. We want to make sure that we can complement that, support that in any way that we can, and facilitate their ability to be resilient, produce their own energy solutions, whether it's batteries, solar, wind. We want to play a part in assisting the community to get to that point. So continue to support us, do the things that are common sense things on energy conservation, water conservation. It's good for you, it's good for us. So we do ask that folks take those things to heart and do their part, and we'll do our part.
And for you, Kyle?
Yeah, from an Energy Office standpoint, we're really excited to be promoting a lot of our ongoing activities in Energy Awareness Month, and we hope that the community participates. We have a slew of events that we're going to be hosting as well as participating in over the course of the month to make sure the message of conservation and the resources for renewable adoption are available. The end of the month is going to be a key period for us from the 28th to the 1st between St. John to St. Croix. We're going to be set up in locations such as Tutu Park Mall, Market Square East on St. John, even Home Depot, and even at the Bull and Bread Day on St. Croix down in Grove. We're going to have a station set up there as well. Because really our goal is to make sure that the education is there and the outreach is available. It's one thing to have these programs, but we have to make sure that people are aware of them. So try to really lean into energy awareness by making sure that our community stays in touch and can't be left in the dark on what our resources are available.
So if you had one final key takeaway that you want people to remember, what would it be from this conversation?
Be smart and wise in energy decisions.
Yeah. And there are many ways to reduce the price of paradise, and we're happy to be a supplier for that.
So thank you very much, both CEO Knight and Director Fleming, for sharing their insights and for the ongoing work they're doing here to keep our islands powered and sustainable. Remember, Public Power Week and Energy Awareness Month are not just about recognizing the power that keeps our homes and businesses running. It's about celebrating the power and the people behind it who contribute to a greener, stronger Virgin Islands. So whether it's practicing energy efficiency or taking advantage of the resources available at the Energy Office, every small step counts and it makes a huge difference. So thank you all for joining us today, and together we are powering our islands.